Now I'm going to talk about behavioral or situational questions. These are no doubt the most popular or most used interview questions that you will probably get. The reason why employers prefer to use the behavioral questions or situational questions is that the employers use your past behaviors or situations to predict your future behaviors or situations. So, what you've done in the past, you're probably doing now and may do in the future. They will use the answers that you give to the behavioral or situational questions to figure out what it is like when you are put in different situations. So, there is a specific way to answer these questions. I've listed, I've given a list of some popular behavioral or situational questions. You will know that it's behavioral or situational when it starts off with, give me an example of a time when you, or give me an example of a situation when you, or tell me about a time when you. If the question starts off with that, then you should know that it's a behavioral question. So, the examples I have, give me an example of a time when you faced an ethical dilemma. You solved a difficult problem. You worked with a difficult customer or peer or student. You took a risk and failed. You demonstrated leadership skills and you served as a member of a team. The way that you answer these types of questions is that you use the BAR method, BAR. BAR method stands for background, action, and result. So how you'll want to answer the question is that you will give a little bit of background of the situation. You will tell them what action you took, and then you will tell them the final results. So when you get a question, give me an example of a time when you solved a difficult problem. You'll give the background of the problem, the action you took, and then the result. I will say that 95% of the people that I interview will give me background and they will give me action, but they won't give me the final result. You'll want to make sure that you give the final result in order to tell a well-rounded story. You may also get role play or scenario questions in your interview. So, some examples of scenario questions are, if a difficult client walked in demanding a service that was unavailable, how would you respond? Also, another example is, if you strongly disagreed with a coworker about a program or an event that you were working on, how would you handle a situation? So you may get asked to do a little bit of role play or talk about, talk through the scenario. And so you'll want to make sure to, be ready to put yourself in the shoes of somebody that works there. And so you'll want to be aware that these questions very well may come up in the interview.